wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Suck Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ Show. How the heck is everybody here?
Hello.
Happy Tuesday today.
Oh, yeah.
Big day today. Today's National Paranormal Day. Happy National Paranormal Day today.
It's a ton of national holidays.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of ridiculous. There's so many now, Kevin.
Everybody's got to have a day, don't they?
It's also National Teachers Day.
Yeah, it is. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody's got a day these days.
There's a couple other ones, too. They were pretty lame. Paranormal and teachers are definitely taking over.
Okay, those are the two top ones. Those are the ones we're going to care about here today.
The dumbest one, though, was when you came around last week and you're like, it's National Help a Horse Day. Like, what?
I don't know. That video did pretty well on TikTok. Got over 2,000 views.
Okay.
Help a horse?
Yeah, some of these are pretty whack.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of horses in my day-to-day, so how am I going to help one?
Yeah.
Do I have to go seek out a horse to help them?
It's a big day in Wellington. Aside from that, maybe not so much everywhere else. But yeah, so we got our own little days to observe here today. The thing that I thought that was a little bit odd because, you know, they throw out a bunch of little weird stats and all that stuff that comes out with the day just so you get an appreciation for it. For National Paranormal Day, they went through and have done a survey here on what people believe in the world of the paranormal, Virginia. What do you think if you had to rank them, people believe the most in and the least in? I'll give you vampires, werewolves, zombies, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, and psychics.
We play this game all the time on Weird and Whatever.
What do people believe the most in? What do people believe the least in? All those things.
I think they believe the most in psychics.
Okay. And what do they believe the least in?
They believe the least, I'm sorry, in Bigfoot.
No, it's got to be vampires, like the vampire world. It can't be big. There's no way it's Bigfoot.
What if it was a zombie Bigfoot?
You didn't have aliens in there, did you?
No, I didn't see that in their survey.
What about a basic?
I don't know what. Do they not consider aliens in the paranormal? I would think you would.
Or a basic ghost?
Yeah, didn't have that. Not in this one, at least.
Because I think the numbers are up on people who believe in ghosts and in aliens. I think it's above 50%.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it's probably just, depending upon which poll you look at.
You're right.
And this survey, it says people believe the least in Bigfoot.
Oh.
16%.
Oh, what poll is this? Is such horse manure.
Uh-oh.
Give me a break.
Struck a
People
nerve,
believe
Virginia.
more in vampires than Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Get the
yeah.
hell out of here. Pound sand, not buying it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's crap.
What a way to start the day.
Well, what a crap survey.
There's no way, huh? There's no way.
How many people took this? 10 people? And were they all in Virginia's house?
1,000 people in the survey, they say.
Get out of here. So more people believe in vampires. That's ludicrous.
Yeah. In fact, people believe the most in the Loch Ness Monster.
That I understand.
22% believe in the Loch Ness Monster.
Look, I think the Loch Ness Monster could be a prehistoric dinosaur of sorts. Those do exist still.
Okay.
Those ones out in the water we can't get to.
Okay. Yeah, this is a YouGov poll. They usually give them some kind of respect. I don't know.
Whatever.
19% believe in psychics.
What a hit piece. What a hit piece.
20% in vampires, werewolves, and zombies.
Werewolves, dog? Come on.
Yeah.
He's rocked.
Yeah. We'll do our own poll. I think we can do all four options. We'll see what KVJ Nation has to say. What do you believe the most in? And we'll have Suits put in there Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster. In one category, you can put just vampires, werewolves, and zombies, and then psychics. We'll see what people who are checking out KVJ believe in here on National Paranormal Day.
Don't let me down. Seriously, don't let me down. Y'all.
I mean, if they vote that Bigfoot is not believable, I think you might have to stop saying Bigfoot is real.
I don't say it that much anyway. I've really cut it down a lot since when I first got on the radio. I really have. I've cut it down to at least 90%.
But it just feels like for all these years you've been, putting the word out there, and it doesn't feel like it's been effective.
Well, I just think this poll is crap. I want to look at how they conducted this thing.
Okay, I'll send it to you. It's from YouGov.
Yeah, vampires.
Who's done this?
YouGov. It sounds legit.
Vampires and zombies. More people believe in that. Okay.
Okay. It's a survey from 2019, so maybe people's opinions have changed. But I will send you the full survey, Jaybird. You can go over it with a fine-tooth comb and let me know what you think about it.
I will. I'll do it off the air, though. I don't think anyone wants to hear that.
I'll have my meltdowns privately.
I'll do it on the weird whatever.
I'll just cry in the shower.
Okay, so Suits has got our poll up. If you want to watch it, go to KVJ TV. Easy way to do it is to go to kvjshow.tv.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jaybird?
I have a law question.
Okay.
Okay, so if you get pulled over by running a red light, and the cop pulls you over, and your excuse is, officer, I'm sorry, but there were people hanging around my car right by the red light, and I felt like they were going to try to open it or try to get in there. I didn't feel safe. I had to get the hell out of there. Is that a viable excuse? Because that's what could have happened. I ran a red light because the area I was in, it looked like people were in the road, and it looked like they were coming towards my car, and it was very dark, so I said...
Were they zombies?
They were werewolves. Stage 3.
Were they vampires?
I don't know. Stop it. Stop. I'm trying to have a serious conversation.
I know they were Bigfoot.
But is that a legit excuse? If you feel like, oh, I got to get the hell out of Dodge here, and a cop then does pull you over... What's the law on that?
I think it's going to be up to the cop whether or not he wants to be cool or whether he wants to be mean to you.
They'd have to see it probably first of all.
Yeah, or believe you.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a frazzled mess and you just look like an insane person, they might be like, all right.
But we've talked about it before, how you've come into work, I've come into work. People have grabbed our doors, and I'm a little shook because of that.
Yeah,
that
it is.
did happen.
It has happened.
So when something like that happens, it makes you a little, hair trigger on the old gas button. So that's the question I have. With the law here. If you would have ran that red light and got pulled over, you don't have a good excuse?
Most cops, I think, would be cool about that. I do. Because, I mean, especially like for me as a chick by herself, and there's weird people around the car, and they're walking towards the car, like, it's just real scary.
Yeah, we've got an area by where we work at where people live out. I think they make tents in houses in the bushes right by 95, and they'll come out at times.
Yeah, I saw on my way in. I was kind of taking a little back road, and a dude in a hoodie just popped right out of the bushes, and I was like,
it's alarming.
Yeah.
Especially when they walk in the road.
Well, it's a dude in a hoodie with a ciggy, and he's limping, and you're like, what's about to happen?
Yeah, he's got like a zombie gait to him.
He's got a zombie gait to him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I want to know the law on that.
I'm not sticking around either. If there's a red light and zombie limping, ciggy smoking guy is coming towards me, I'm not sticking around to find out if he has good intentions.
I'm not running red lights just to run red lights, but me and Virginia have had people try to get in our cars before.
I've had that too. Yeah,
All three of us.
I had a guy, when I stopped doing it, I went to hand him money and he grabbed my arm.
Yeah.
And he was like trying to pull me out of the car, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
Forgive me for being a little weirded out at the red lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last time I decided to do that move.
Give me the ticket, officer.
Yeah.
Helping days are over.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's usually somebody that ruins it for everybody. Virginia, what's on your mind today?
Well, today is my girlfriend in New Orleans' birthday, and I just want to remind everybody what a fun little gift this is. You know, you can send somebody Uber Eats, or you can send them, DoorDash. Whatever is in their neighborhood, you can send them their favorite food for breakfast or lunch or dinner, and it makes the easiest, fun, awesome gift. How awesome do you feel if you're sitting around on your birthday and free pizza shows up at your house?
It's a great gift.
It is my favorite gift to give, the gift of yummy food. So I'll be sending yummy food today.
Okay, very nice. What I got on my mind here today, I just been kind of running down everything that's going on this week. I had no idea. I mean, for the first inaugural week ever of Miami Race Week, this has turned into a big deal. I see the race is going to be on national TV on Sunday. And there is so much excitement that is going on with this thing. If you missed it yesterday, I was kind of going through the prices. If you want to go check out the Miami Grand Prix on Sunday, it is not going to be easy for you unless you've just got money coming out your rear end, because it looks like the starting ticket's going to be $2,000 to get into the grandstand.
Wow.
Yeah, $2,000 is what you're looking at. And I saw that some of the 3-day hospitality packages go as high as $10,000.
Wow.
And then somebody hit us up on the WRMF app, and they said that they've got kind of a makeshift lake they're making out there, and they have boats that are going to be on the lake.
They're building a lake?
I guess there's going to be some lake there. And
That sounds expensive.
apparently, you can rent out one of the boats for your business if you want to entertain business. $100,000 each.
Wow.
Is what the boats are going for.
They built a lake. Suits, you're the official race expert around here. What's going on?
These dollar amounts, I mean, South Florida is already a crazy rich place anyway, but I've never heard these kind of numbers on anything ever before.
It's Formula One. It's always like that. It is a worldwide rich person sport. It is very expensive. But what's so funny about that lake that you mentioned, the majority of F1 viewers are from around the world, and they're really trying to give you the image of South Beach with this race. We all know where Miami Gardens is living down here. We know it's not on South Beach, but they're really trying hard to make it look like that's where it is on TV. The funny thing is, everybody online is trolling this yacht area because we all thought it was going to be real water. It's not. It's like a fake water they put under the yachts, and they painted it to look like water.
No.
It's not real water. I thought for sure it was going to be real water. It's not.
They built a fake lake?
It's a fake lake with real yachts in it. It's the weirdest thing. And it's in the
way.
parking lot at Hard Rock Stadium.
That's so crazy.
How if I hate it? It's weird enough, it just might work.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's fake water.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it. I got to pull one up. It's really weird.
Yeah, I got to see this because as I keep looking into this, I mean, the amazement is just like, wow, that's crazy. They say that even out of the whole Formula One calendar, the Miami Grand Prix is by far the most expensive race to attend. And this is the inaugural year, and already it's the most expensive, prestigious race. I don't know about prestigious, but most expensive on the entire tour.
Huh.
And the calendar, I was just like, it's crazy.
It looks beautiful. The fake.
Let me see it. See
The
if I'll
fake
hold that up
lake
there.
looks better than a lot of real
It
lakes.
looks a lot better.
That's so unreal. How about that?
I don't hate it.
You want a fake lake,
I
don't you?
don't want a fake lake.
I'm amazed by all of it. I really am. That's just kind of where the more I dig into this thing, I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. You're right. Yeah, you can see the side by side. It's just they've painted it to look like it's real water.
I'm really curious to see on TV if it really looks like South Beach, if they've really captured that vibe, because, I mean, it's a parking lot. Let's be honest.
Well, anybody who knows the whole area around the stadium, there's nothing that really looks South Beachy or
Yeah, it's
really
Miami
even,
Gardens. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's odd that they've even ever put the stadium there.
All you need is a parking lot and a dream. That's all you need.
Yeah, well, that's what they got.
Fake
But
lake.
it's just crazy. So I'm looking at this, and it's not only bringing in all these big high rollers internationally into South Florida this weekend, but I'm just looking at all the artists that are going to be playing throughout South Florida. I had already told you they brought in Post Malone. He's going to be playing at Hard Rock Live on Friday. He's part of it. Snoop Dogg is in town for it. They're doing a show. He's doing a show at 11. Chainsmokers are in. Travis Scott is in. Zed, Tiesto, Deadmau5, Steve Aoki, Tiesto. So it's like all these big acts are in, and 11 and Dare nightclub, the Hard Rock, is going to be crazy. I can't imagine what a room is going for at the Hard Rock
Oh,
this
it's got to
weekend.
be insane. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine. With the
I'll
way
have to
the
look at
tickets
that price.
cost.
Yeah.
Hard Rock, they got good food. They got their
Great
own
food.
buffet kind of a thing.
Amazing restaurants and everything you could want.
They-
Yeah.
They do the buffet there?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do the buffet.
Didn't really say
I'm
with
not
confidence.
positive.
I couldn't tell.
I'm not a woman of the buffet
I
anymore.
know.
I've kind of, post-COVID, decided that I'd like my own plate.
Yeah. So anyway, it's crazy. Just wow. Can you imagine that? If you're going all the way, you could easily drop. I mean, you could get a boat for $100,000, the VIP package for $10,000, and tickets for $2,000 starting.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Expect
Crazy.
nothing less from Formula One. It's always been crazy expensive.
Did you try to get any kind of press pass or media credentials?
It's
Suits?
tough to get in there. They did not give me anything.
Well, don't you have a podcast about racing?
Yeah, it's Formula One is such a worldwide, massive event. I don't think that they were going to be giving me a credential.
Why don't you get off Suits' butt and let the man breathe for a second?
Of all of us, he'd probably be the most credentialable.
Yeah. Still not a great stat though amongst this room.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
thank
get
you
him
very
next
much.
year.
Yeah.
We'll try next year.
We'll get him next
We'll get him next year.
I think they signed a 10-year contract, so yeah, I'll try again.
You can go, but you have to like repaint the fake lake.
Yeah.
And good news in our very impromptu KVJ TV poll for National Paranormal Day. People believe the most in psychics.
See, that makes sense to me.
What do they believe in the least? That's the big question.
They believe the least in vampires, zombies, and werewolves.
Of course, that survey is complete crap.
Okay.
Of course, nobody believes vampires and werewolves are real over Bigfoot. Get out of here with that crap.
Yeah, Bigfoot got 28% of the vote. Psychics got 60. Loch Ness is down at 9.
See?
So that's our very unscientific poll with 87 votes.
The Loch Ness would love a fake lake.
I don't, well, you know what? I may have you on the Weird and Whatever to debate that.
Yes.
I'm busy.
Selma, we're booked.
Okay. The mystery is solved. Virginia had a mailbox that got plowed by a car, and then when she went to the Ring doorbell to find out who had done it, the video footage was missing. And she didn't know who possibly could have done it. Did her son Rocco, who controls the passwords on all the video stuff, sabotage this? Was he working for daddy, for sister, anyone else? He's friends with the neighbors, you said, Virginia.
Because sister is like learning to drive. So I was like, okay, it's probably a youthful driver. Like Magnolia to me seemed like the most obvious, like, okay, did you accidentally hit it? And then maybe she went to him and said, delete the footage.
So we asked Rocco all those questions, and I can't remember. I think he said Mags didn't. Did he kind of roll over on Panda a little bit?
He said, Dad.
Here's what Rocco said. We had him in for Take Your Kid to Work Day. We were grilling him about things like this mailbox. And here's what Virginia's 6-year-old son Rocco said. And so you take care of the cameras and everything. And she had talked about something happened to the mailbox outside, but I guess there's no video of what happened. In fact, the video, it went dead when something happened in the mailbox?
Yeah, because, like, we don't have any footage because we have a Ring doorbell, but, like, for some unknown reason, I got logged out of the app. Dad was still logged in, but, like, but like, the Ring wasn't even on there. And then third, Mom wasn't even connected.
Huh.
So you don't know who hit the mailbox then?
No. So, like, I'm going to say this. Like, I have to log back into my previous account, see if I can get the Ring to start up, and then I'll see if I can go back through a time travel and see who knocked the mailbox.
So it's just gone. It's still a mystery. Who do you think hit the mailbox if you had to guess?
I think it would be Dad's truck because, like,
Uh-oh.
because, like, it's, like, way too big.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that sounds like he's rolling over on Panda there.
Panda's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Panda's probably the best driver in the house. So, I mean, yes, his truck is way too large and really hard to get in and out of. But I don't think that Panda would have hit the mailbox.
So the facts do remain. There was a hit mailbox, and then there was deleted footage. That is true.
Well, the footage isn't there, so I don't know if somebody deleted it or it just, through glitches became unavailable.
Doesn't Rocco sound like a little mini adult talking about
it's
all this
pretty hysterical.
technology?
Yeah.
He's 6.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I don't know how he talks like that.
That's so funny to me.
Yeah. So you say the mystery is solved, Virginia. So was it your husband that did it? Was it sister? Was it someone else?
It was not anybody in our family. So I went to the mail day before yesterday, and I got a note in the mail. And it was handwritten in a woman's handwriting, and it said my name on the front of it. And I opened it up, and my neighbor down the street, she basically said her elderly mother did it and didn't tell her at first, but she finally confessed, and I think they felt the heat.
They heard it
from
on the
us
air.
talking about
Oh,
it.
no way. Oh,
We smoked him
man.
out.
She said it was her elderly mother that confessed, and she probably wouldn't have confessed if it hadn't been so much heat from the radio.
We generated a lot of heat from that Rocco interview. I got people all through Tequesta talking.
And she gave me $50, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna. The mailbox is not that broken.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little wobbly, but I don't care.
It sounds like a Sopranos episode. You hit Virginia and Nikki's mailbox? They're talking about it on the radio. Oh my gosh, we have to fix this immediately.
Well, the heat.
The heat,
There was so
man.
much heat around it. She had to confess.
That's
'cause
pretty unreal.
She kept the secret for over a week.
Yeah.
I mean, this poor elderly mother, who is a sweetheart. We know who she is.
Sure.
We don't see her a lot, but when she does come and go, she's always so super friendly.
They heard the audio. They go, oh my gosh, they're checking the cameras. They think, oh, we got to confess. We got to get this out. They're hunting for us.
They did.
Wow. Okay. All right. Mystery solved then. All right. That is pretty amazing stuff.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Johnny Depp's security guard painted quite a picture of Amber Heard when he took the stand yesterday. This is the fourth week that the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial has been going on. I mean, that's a long time. We're not even close to the end yet, but Johnny Depp's security guard is a guy named Travis. And I guess he would have to come up to the penthouse and rescue Johnny and get him out of there when arguments got really ugly and nasty. And it sounds like Johnny Depp had to have this guy, like, you know, escort him out. And the guy even said he was forced to intervene on a couple of occasions to get in between them. And one time he said when he did, Amber Heard punched Johnny in the head around him. Like she reached around him and still punched. She went around a bodyguard
Girl got a hook, huh?
to punch Johnny Depp in the head.
Yeah, she's been real upset with the way everything's been portrayed in the media. And you said yesterday she had fired her whole. Everyone's saying it's the worst move to do. It looks bad.
She fired one PR team and hired a new PR team. But, I mean, the testimony is the testimony. You can't change what witnesses are saying happened.
You see that bizarre footage too of James Franco going in there. He walked in the elevator. He's got his head down and a hat. And you can't see his face, and they kind of back into the elevator with their asses backing in, so they hide their faces the whole time. And then I saw an interview of somebody who lives in that whole area. She goes, Amber Heard's lying about so much of how that building's designed. Franco A never lived in that building. A resident was coming out and saying that. So, oh yeah, it's all bizarre stuff.
It is bizarre. This whole thing is a freaking circus. What is this? Johnny Depp went into court yesterday cranking Jimi Hendrix?
Kev, it's kind of like this is his movie.
What the heck is
He
going on
has
here?
entrance music.
What kind of a trial is this?
I don't know, man.
Well, in the sea, let it be.
What is going on? Oh my gosh! And listen to all the fans and oh my goodness!
Make no mistake about it. This is like a movie.
This is a spoof movie that you wouldn't believe, and somehow Nicolas Cage has got to be involved.
It all
come
feels
on.
like theater. No,
It does.
It
all of it
does.
feels like theater.
It's absolutely
does.
insane. So the one thing that I thought was interesting that they're really trying to get to is, I guess, how she, in a sense, sabotaged he being in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And that was going to be a massive payday. And that's getting to it because he's going for what? Is it $50 million that he's after?
Yes.
Yeah, so this would be $22 million of that, I guess.
Which studio was involved in the Pirates series, including Pirates 6?
So that was Disney.
Did Mr. Depp ever have a deal to perform in Pirates 6?
So we finished the deal. We closed the deal at $22.5 million for that film, is my memory.
Okay.
So he was going to get $22.5 million until the piece that she wrote came out. And then everybody was like, whoa.
Wasn't that the piece that came out the day of her movie?
Yep.
They timed it out, right?
Yeah,
so she got all this publicity.
It was,
for
because she did Aquaman. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wow. Right? No, wow.
Yeah, I mean, the continuing testimony from people that were in the apartment, I mean, they say that, like, of course, he was yelling at her too, but that she would, like, spit on him, and she would call him a deadbeat dad and tell him he was old and fat and washed up, and Dior would never want you, and Dior is stuck by him the whole time, so I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. It is just a mess. And now everybody is saying, including nurses and bodyguards, that every time that they fought, all they wanted to do was get Mr. Depp out of the situation. And that's all he wanted to do, was get out of the situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Another big court case is over. You know, the Black China Kardashian drama ended in a massive victory for the Kardashians yesterday. Black China was suing them for $100 million, claiming that they caused her television show to get canceled and then affected all of her future earnings that she could have got from the show. But as they pointed out, you know, the Kardashian lawyers are like, look, Rob and China had restraining orders against each other. It's kind of hard to film a reality show about their love when they have restraining orders. They can't really be ever together to film. So, yeah, she lost her whole entire court case, and they proved that it was not because of what the Kardashians did, but because of the drama in the relationship. And Drew Barrymore is apologizing for offending fans.
Kevin.
She was doing what we're doing, like making fun of the Johnny Depp trial.
Kev, they got to her. So you got two clips here. Part one is the comment that got Drew in hot water, and then the second, of course, is the apology, Virginia.
Okay. Wow.
I can't handle the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. It's like one layer of crazy. It's a 7-layer dip of insanity.
It's truly amazing just to sit back and read the transcripts of what they've done to each other.
It's so fascinating. I know that these are two people's real lives, and I know what it's like to have your life put out in public. I understand all the feelings, but they are actually offering up this information. Nobody had to know. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can you believe the insanity, Virginia?
What did she say?
Oh, how Twitter got to her.
Now she's got to apologize for that?
How dare you make fun of people? This is domestic violence we're talking about. It's all the things you're not allowed to make fun of, Virginia, and have an opinion on.
But it is a 7-layer dip of insanity.
Oh, it's a movie. Make no mistake about it.
It has come to my attention that I have offended people with making light of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And for that, I just want to deeply apologize and appreciate everyone who spoke out, because this can be a teachable moment for me.
Oh,
that, by the way, is my least favorite expression of 2022. I know it's been around for a while. Look, I want people to learn and be better as humans. I really do. Obviously, we all want that. But everyone always has to fall on the sword. This is a teachable moment for me. Oh.
I think life just kind of needs to be like a school dance with offensive people on one side of the room and offended people on the other side of the room. And, you know, it seems like the offensive people seem to get along and they're okay with each other, and the always offended people, you know, they don't offend each other, and so they're better off together, and their feelings are safe.
Thank you, Kevin.
This is probably the way to handle it.
Well, this has become a teachable moment.
Yeah. It's probably the way to handle life.
I mean, you know, the PR team said, make sure you say teachable moment in your apology. It's going to get you 30,000 more clicks.
I think it goes without saying. I think most of us realize that, domestic violence is bad all the way around.
Well, she's not making fun of domestic violence. She's making fun of the clownery of the trial, like we all are. That's what she's making fun of.
Yeah, and it is a teachable moment. Don't live like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah.
That's your lesson.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All righty. Got some celebrity birthdays today. Country star Eric Church turns 45 today. Dame Dash turns 51. He's the co-founder of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z. Frankie Valli, head of the Four Seasons, is 88. years old today.
He's got a lot of cuts I like, Kev.
Oh, I know. Big fan of that old Frankie Valli. So happy birthday to him. A couple other birthdays. Happy 6 goes to Lily Anna from Mommy, Daddy, and Emma. Happy birthday. And a cute, adorable photo there on KVJ TV. Aw. KVJShow.tv. You can see that. Also, 15-year-old Jaylee. Happy birthday from Mom, Daddy, and Casper the dog. Also, a birthday shout-out to Lindsay from Stewart. Happy birthday from Joey, Lily, Bash, Morgan, and Bella. But most of all, from her dad in heaven. Is more proud of the young lady she's become than she will ever know. Joey sent that in. Happy birthday to our daughter Riley, turning 6 today. Happy birthday. We love you. Love much, Mom, Dad, and Isla. And got a photo of her there on KVJ TV. Got a birthday? You want to get a shout out? Just let us know about it. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Today is National Teacher Day. And I got to tell you, I love teachers. My mom was a teacher. My wife is a teacher. And I would not be here with you today if it weren't for a teacher. And I got to shout out Mrs. Lynn Avery back at Logan High School, who back in the day really changed the course of my life. I know you may find this hard to believe, but I was a screw-off and a troublemaker back in high school. And she was the advanced placement English teacher, and she let me in her class, even though I didn't even have close to the grades to qualify. And my parents were like, how did you get into AP English? I'm like, I have no idea. But they're actually almost proud of me for a moment.
Wow.
And she told me that she saw in me great creativity and that I was bored. And she said, you need to come in here and you need to work and do something with your creativity, because that is your key to your success. That is why you were put on this planet. And she showed that I had purpose and I had meaning, where other teachers, I knew they were all talking about me, as my mom was a teacher, and they were all making bets on how soon I was going to wind up working in fast food and when I was going to die of a drug overdose.
Oh,
and, you know,
boy.
Oh, it was, yeah. So I knew that was the rhetoric about me.
Was that some of the quotes?
Yeah.
You're going to die of a drug overdose? That's heavy.
That basically was what the conversation was when it came around me.
Slogan teachers are hard.
They were tough. And Miss Avery was the one teacher who didn't get into that negative talk about me and didn't feed into it. And she was the only one that really believed in me and propped me up. And look, I got into her class, and yeah, I didn't do a lot of the assignments, but she kept pushing me and kept believing in me. And then somewhere along the line, it just finally clicked. And I said, yeah, you know what? I'm like, I got a chip on my shoulder. I want to prove all those other teachers wrong. And all it took was one teacher believing in me that kind of got me there. If it wasn't her, I don't know where I would be today. So that's just the kind of power and impact that teachers can have.
Did she eventually talk you out of growing the mullet out? Did she say, you got to cut this thing?
You know what? Soon after,
she had a mullet.
I did get rid of it.
You're right. It's 80s and it was in Logan.
Now, you would have loved her. She was like a very hippie, earthy kind of,
I love it,
granola type of, teacher. Right. And so she was just really great like that. So thank you to Mrs. Avery. And I've told her many times, and she knows how I feel. But that's just the way I feel about teachers.
Is she still in Logan?
Yeah, she is. Mm-hmm.
Oh, when we go up there, we got to go visit her.
Oh, yeah. What if we went up there and she goes, oh, I could not stand that student, Kevin. I'm just kidding.
I think that would break his heart.
Oh,
we would not tell him.
We couldn't tell him.
We would come back and go, she loved you.
Favorite student.
Loved you.
It would be tough. So we got a couple shout outs here for some other teachers I want to get to coming up here in just a second. Well, today is National Teacher Day. Gave a shout out to a teacher that was a big impact on my life. Mrs. Avery. All it took was a little bit of belief and encouragement, and kind of got me onto the right path when I don't know if that was going to happen. Who would you shout out as your favorite teacher, Virginia?
I mean, I had a lot of awesome teachers in high school, and I would say probably Mrs. Bazile was amazing. I loved my DECA teacher. So that was a program that you could do in New Orleans where you could go to like school half a day and then the other half a day you would work. And so I would go downtown to the downtown Hilton and I would work half the day. And so it was so cool because now I had I was cash flush. Mm-hmm. And it was really nice because the teachers helped. They would drive us to the ferry and go out of their way to help us if we didn't have a ride. They were just so sweet and caring.
That's a big thing. Bird,
It's beautiful, Virginia.
who's your favorite teacher?
I'm going to break it up in 2 categories, and I'll try to be quick. For elementary was a man named Mr. Hodgkins. He was my 4th grade teacher, and we had a portable classroom, and someone broke into our classroom back in the day during 4th grade, at nighttime, and destroyed all of the equipment, stole a bunch of stuff. They let the hamsters out of the cage.
Oh.
So for months, we never found the hamsters, and they finally fixed the classroom. And it was about a week before school ended, and sure as crap, one of the hamsters comes out from the bookcase, and all of the kids were rejoicing. Mr. Hodgkins was holding the hamster, showing everybody. It was a pretty big emotional moment, not only for Portable 4B, but for, I think, Mr. Hodgkins as well. And he was a real positive dude. He had a great beard. I loved Mr. Hodgkins. And then on a high school level, Mrs. Holloway and then Mrs. Jane Havel.
Okay.
And I think they might still be local. They were just really kind people. You could tell they wanted to be teachers.
Yeah, it really does take a special kind of person to do this. And, you talk to them and, hey, they're not doing it for the benefits and the money and the appreciation, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They are just really doing it because they do have a special love for their students.
What was cool was Mrs. Havel was my freshman English teacher, and then she taught me creative writing my senior year. I ended up coaching her son. And then ended up, he got old enough where we're able to have beer together.
That's awesome.
All full circle.
Damn, you old.
Shout out to Tim Havel.
Alec is on here from Palm Beach Gardens, a quick teacher shout out. Who'd you want to shout out today, Alec?
Miss Johansson.
Okay, and what
She
school?
taught She
G-Star.
taught last year at G-Star School of the Arts.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she left, but she was my all-time favorite teacher.
Why was she so awesome?
Well, she made learning fun. She would teach us songs. Mind you, we're in high school, so it's not something we get a lot. And she also cared a lot for her students. She made us all feel appreciated and like we could do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big thing. Honestly, it's just feeling appreciated. It's belief. Just goes to show you, too, that you don't have to be a teacher. You can have the same kind of positive effect on other people by believing in people and giving a little bit of support and encouragement.
People don't realize what one positive comment can do to someone's whole demeanor in life. It really can change and uplift a person when they're quite down and out.
Big time.
People don't realize that sometimes.
Your ponytail looks great today.
Well, thank you, Virginia. I know it's a lie, but you're a terrible liar. I bought all these brushes and I lost my sack of brushes.
We can't tell.
I don't care anymore.
We got a shout out here, several of them. Jocelyn DePinto at Plumosa School of the Arts, Timber Trace Elementary. Get a shout out from Renee Hawk. Shelby, who is a first grade teacher at Green Acres Elementary, just for all the amazing things they're doing. This is a great story, too, of a 30-year-old woman who now looks back fondly at one of the teachers she had at Port St. Lucie High School named Mr. Young, who was a retired New York City police officer, and, got her vibe because she was a kid that came from 2 parents that had massive drug problems.
Oh.
And he kind of took her under wing and bought her cap and gown because she wasn't even going to walk for graduation because she couldn't afford it.
Wow.
He paid for her senior field trip and pushed her to graduate when she didn't think she was going to. And,
That's
changed her
huge.
life, yeah. And
wow.
I was a teacher standing in when parents weren't there for somebody.
You wonder, too, if the teachers remember some of those moments that you remember. I would love to sit down with Mr. Hodgkins and say, hey, do you remember when someone broke in the portables and let the hamsters out? And it was all. Does he remember that?
Do you remember that glorious day when the hamster came home?
Yes. And was that really the hamster, or did you see a classroom in mourning?
Did you go to PetSmart and buy a new hamster?
I didn't realize. That didn't hit me until I was telling that story on the air. Like, did he buy a faux hamster?
And release the hamster in 3, 2.
Y'all, trickery works because that classroom.
How many years did you believe it?
Till right now.
Yeah.
I'm only questioning it right now.
All right, we got to get Hodgkins on the phone.
Denny's, find Mr. Hodgkins, please.
Was the hamster thing all just a orchestrated ruse?
If it was a good lie. It was a good lie, in my opinion.
Another shout out to a garden tie teacher, Coach Meathead, to Jaybird, Coach Hurley. He's in his 30th year of teaching this fall.
Wow. Now, did Coach Hurley text that in about himself?
That's his wife.
That's his wife. Okay, yeah.
Mrs. Hurley.
I've known the Hurleys for a long time. He was one of my coaches.
Yeah.
He was an assistant coach my senior year in high school.
Wow. Okay. Still around. Still
Still
doing
around.
it. Still getting it done. Shout out to Mrs. Sanford from Roberts Elementary in Tallahassee, from Emily. Our 7-year-old son Eli is recognizing his teacher, Miss Gialonzo of Citrus Grove Elementary. Mr. Zucker, he was at Wellington High, and Miss Jazik in Miami, an elementary school teacher there who did it the right way. So lots of shout outs for teachers here today. But if you get a chance, try to tell them personally or send them an email and reach out and say, hey, thanks. You actually had a great impact on my life.
Now, do we get to talk about the teachers who weren't so awesome?
Well, I just named... one teacher believed in me, and all the other ones did not. So we'd be here a while. We'd be here a while for me.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk?
Okay, I got your emails here. Want to know if you're the one that's being jerky, because it's kind of crazy, because sometimes people accuse you of being a jerk, and you're like, what are you talking about? I am awesome.
Is that what you wake up and say every day?
Yes. What are you guys talking about? I am awesome.
If you say it enough times, it might sink in.
Yes.
I am awesome. Yes, I am.
Awesome. This email wants to know, am I the jerk for not wanting to take in Ukrainian refugees? Says here, my wife is Polish and has been glued to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. One of her cousins has been on the front lines in Poland helping refugees and has rotated a few families in to stay with them since the crisis began. So last week, my wife comes to me and says that she wants to start taking in some refugees that are arriving in the U.S. She says that she has signed up for us to be a prospective sponsor. You are supposed to be able to financially support these refugees, and my wife was not completely honest on the form. To tell you the truth, we are barely getting by ourselves.
Oh.
With the increase in rent and gas prices, my wife's argument is that we might not have a lot, but we have a lot more than these refugees that have nothing. I don't think that's fair, but she thinks that I am being a jerk for not opening our home. We have one small guest room and a half bath. We are not refugee ready, in my opinion. Am I a jerk if I don't give in? Half bath would mean that bathing would have to be done all sharing the same bathroom, I assume.
Right.
Is that correct?
That means there's no tub for them or shower. There's a potty, but no tub or shower.
Oh, yeah, y'all sharing a crapper. That's happening.
No, you have your own potty. You just have to bathe in the same tub or shower.
One crapper goes out.
Unless you're crapping in the bath, which you shouldn't.
Are you crapping in the bath?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what they do in Ukraine. I've never been there.
I don't know what they do in the Pennington's house.
All right. So what do you think on this? I mean, I get this. I mean, it sounds really bad when you say, I don't want to take in Ukrainian refugees.
But that's not telling the whole story, though.
I know. That's why you got to dig a little deeper. And, you know, I think even more than, just they don't know that they could swing it. Look, we've had it. I grew up in my family. We take in exchange students, and you'd be surprised when you have somebody living with you, just what hidden expenses there are that you don't think about on the surface of it.
Especially someone who has no means and they're not employed, and you're going to take care of everything.
Electric bills, water bills, those kind of things go up.
Food, medicine.
Is there a way you can help out in another way? So you're still helping out, because you can still help out the cause and not have to house people in your house.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that is something to look into, and maybe there's a compromise there. There are some people that really don't feel like they're giving unless they're hurting, and that's kind of where it is, where they feel like charity needs to be like, hey, this is causing me discomfort. Now I feel like I'm really helping because I'm truly sacrificing. And I don't know where his wife is set on that, but I think the fact that she's Polish, she has family that's doing it. She's saying, hey, if they can do it with what they have going on, we can do it too. And I don't know the intricacies of their situation, but I can relate to what he's saying. And that would be tough. It would be tough.
Yeah, look, it's a spiritual thing you want to do that, but there's a lot of things you got to ask yourself too. No matter what, it is a stranger that you don't know. There's a lot of stuff you have to make sure you vet somebody, no matter where they come from.
Yeah.
When you have somebody come into your house, you got to make sure that they're.
And
Make sure they're not going to be pooping in your tub.
Exactly. Well, no matter what the situation is, you have to vet everyone who lives in your house.
Well, and I wonder, are you getting a person? Are you getting a family? Could you get a mom and her 3 kids? At what age? And are you rotating them through until they can get set up somewhere else? I don't even know, how this whole system is working right now.
The question is, are you a jerk for not wanting to do that?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, you are not a jerk because this isn't an easy situation. It's not like you guys have 7 rooms and 9 bathrooms
and extra money.
Extra money. You're concerned how your family's going to be now. That's why I ask, is there another way to help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I think would probably be a good idea to do. Now, somebody did text in and say the government is helping refugees that are coming into the country. They give them food stamps and also cash money.
That's
good.
So,
that to throw that into the equation, that to know, okay, you're not necessarily going to have to, maybe they would have money for some utilities and you're not going to be buying all their food. That might work.
If you have money and you're able to do something like that, anytime you help someone who's down and out, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a spiritual thing to do if you're able to do it in the right way.
But it sounds like they're not on the same page.
They're not.
So if you live with somebody and they're not on that same charitable give till it hurts page, then you guys probably aren't going to be able to agree on this.
Well, you're doing it the wrong way. This is going to be the wrong way to help somebody.
If one person says no that lives there, you can't invite the refugees there.
So you help the person you don't know, but you blow up your marriage.
You blow up your marriage.
What are you helping here?
Well, and somebody wants to know, how would the husband feel if this was a 24-year-old Ukrainian OnlyFans model?
I've got some room.
You do have some room.
All of a sudden, the doors of charity have opened wide.
I don't care. You can even poop in my tub.
And I'll film it for money.
That's how you blow up.
OnlyFans. That's how she blows up, too.
She blows up your tub, and then you blow up on OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
It turned weird.
Yeah. Well, so far, pretty much all the comments are saying, you're not a jerk. That, look, if you just even look around America, there are so many homeless Americans that are on the streets that need to be taken in, that, your priority doesn't have to be set. I know the invasion of Ukraine is front and center on the news, and a lot of people are talking about, especially if she is Polish. I'm sure that any correspondence she's having with her family, I've heard that, of course, that's the only thing that people in that part of the world is talking about. I mean, it's almost, a lot of what we're talking about here, we're a world away. So, that's just really tough.
Yeah, and always be careful when you let people in your house, no matter who it is and where they're from. If you don't know them, if you don't know the person.
Even some people I do know.
Yeah,
I regret letting them in my house.
It's kind of like when you have to retake your driver's license to show you can drive. You might have to re-interview people to say, I don't know if you should come in my house or not.
Mm-hmm. A couple texts here that might help out too. Someone who is Ukrainian born said, my heart is absolutely breaking with what is happening in my homeland. But as much as I would love to house refugees, I know that we are unable to do so. Instead, we reached out to many organizations. We donated goods that needed medical supplies and diapers and formula and things like that. And we're doing something. And so, yeah, I think you want to go big and bold, and we're going to take in Ukrainian refugees into our house. But you got a half bath. And so that might not be your right place.
And you got a man who's not into it.
Yeah.
You're going to blow up your marriage and your relationship if you do this.
Savannah also in the chat room brings up a good point. So she lied on the federal document. It's the whole thing starting off in the wrong foot.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You lied about how much income you have.
Well, you're bringing your husband down.
Well, I think... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about the forms, but my only guess is that maybe they want to know that you have the means to take in refugees.
Sure.
Because at the same time, too, they probably don't want to stick a refugee into a place where they're like, can I go back to Ukraine? It was better there than here.
You don't want to put them in a bad spot. You want them to be taken care of comfortably by whoever brings them in.
Yeah. So
and you also don't want someone pooping in your tub.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right. Okay, I think we settled that you're not the jerk on that one. Another email here said, am I the jerk for not inviting everyone to the party? I got an unexpected call from my 6-year-old son's teacher who said that she has a rule that if a child is going to have a birthday party and invite one kid from the class, that they must invite all the kids from the class. Well, that would be 21 kids and their families. And there's several kids in that class that are not very nice to my son. And he would be traumatized if they were at his birthday party. I reminded the teacher that this was a party on the weekend and that it was on my property. And I told her that she can no more tell me who to invite to my son's party as I can tell her who to have over for Thanksgiving dinner. She said that my policy violates one of her core principles about inclusion and that invitations excluding certain children were handed out in her class. I will admit in this exchange, things got heated and I went up telling this teacher that she can go F herself. My wife overheard that last part and thinks that I handled it completely wrong. Now my wife is leaning on me to apologize and do what the teacher says. Look, I will apologize for the language, but I am not giving in to this teacher. Does that make me a jerk?
Apologize for the F word. Don't give in to the teacher. This is what I would do as an adult.
If there are kids in the class that are mean to your kid, you do not have to invite them to your birthday party.
The teacher's insane, and she's wrong. The only thing I would say, just because you want to save face, apologize for saying the F word, but don't back down. This is your kid. Your teacher is not the mother. Or the father. You raise your kids the way you want, and if you don't want little a-holes coming to your party, then you don't have them come.
I wouldn't think
Just
so.
that simple.
I mean, I guess she has a policy in her classroom where you can't, make anybody feel less or exclude someone.
She can't do that. There's nothing in the law that can support that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know how the rules that goes. It sounds like it's her own rule, not like a school rule or anything like that. So
It's not enforceable.
Yes.
But you need to be a little bit more strategic and sneaky with how you invite certain kids. Maybe reach out to those kids' mothers. Don't hand out paper invitations in the class so that kids see it and then they feel left out.
I would assume they were unaware of this. Kid's only, 6, and so this is probably the first time they've encountered this. So I imagine, when the kid turns 7, there'll be a lot more stealth.
That teacher's insane, by the way.
Okay. All right, so not a jerk if he
The
doesn't.
teacher is a massive jerk on this. You can't dictate parents what party they can throw at their own house. That's insane.
Well, that's a tough policy because if you think 21 kids, and I know not everybody's going to show up, but let's say that 2 parents show up with that, you're talking about upwards of over 60 people that could
That's
be
a
at your
lot.
party.
Look, I love getting everybody involved. That's my core thing too. But remember, this is life, and not everyone gets along with everybody. You don't have to invite everybody to a party. That's completely insane.
Speaking of which, what time is the party at your house this weekend?
Oh, Virginia, there's another layer of drama.
More drama?
I don't think you're allowed to come at all.
Me?
Oh, wow.
What did I do?
I think this is a legit no women allowed.
I was legit last year trying to be a peacemaker. Your crazy friends that were trying to fight each other.
It's turned into, I guess, a sexist party. I don't want it to be this way, but I guess
I'm more dude than you. I should be allowed to go.
you can show up. Look. There's drama going on, but I ain't gonna let that bother me.
Okay.
There's some people that, shouldn't be invited.
I just want to chill on my birthday.
Whoever
man.
causes drama, maybe.
All right, one more email here. Am I the jerk for not canceling my trip? It says 8 of us, 3 couples and 2 single girls, planned a trip 4 months ago to a nice resort in the Bahamas for one of our big birthdays.
Ooh,
10 days before our trip, the birthday girl's husband decides to check himself into a month-long inpatient rehab for a drinking problem, which he has had for years. We're all very proud of him for finally doing this. The birthday girl, the other couple, and one of the single girls, the alcoholic sister, decide not to go on the trip. Well, my boyfriend and I, the other single girl, also decide that we're going to still keep our reservations at the resort and we're still going to take the trip because while it was a trip to celebrate the birthday girl, it was also our vacation, which we had been looking forward to for 4 months. We promised the birthday girl that when her husband was better, we would all go again to the Bahamas and we'll keep that promise. But now the birthday girl is mad at the 3 of us for not canceling our trip too. Are we the jerks for not forfeiting our vacations? No, I don't think so.
No, you're not.
Not at all. You can't dictate what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm sorry he's gone to rehab and you guys aren't going to be going, but, that really shouldn't have any plan on what I should do with my life.
No.
Gosh, man.
I know, man.
People, jeez.
Couldn't he have gone to rehab after the trip? Just saying.
Yeah, it's tough. How many people are telling people what to do and then calling them a-holes if they don't do it?
Well, I can't believe
you're not going to listen to what I say.
I can't believe more people aren't annoyed with that teacher dictating what you can do with your kids outside of school.
People were not?
I don't know. I don't have the comments up. I'm not sure. I thought you'd be getting. People are so angry and outraged.
Yeah. Somebody had said that our school rule is if you invite 50% of kids, the whole class has to be invited. So apparently there are some inclusion rules.
I'm inviting a bunch of people to Jaybird's party on Saturday, and I'm just going to sit back and watch the fireworks.
So I wonder if that's really a rule or is that a suggestion?
Somebody else said, my school classroom policies are that you cannot give out party invitations to only a select few. That teacher is not saying that they have to invite 21 kids to the party. The passing out of invitations in class is the issue.
Passing out.
Well, don't do it in class.
Don't do it. Text the moms privately that you would like to have in your home. Do not pass out invitations in class.
It's pretty easy, right? I mean, there's such easy ways to do these things. I don't get it.
Somebody else said, my boyfriend went to a Jewish private school, and the rule was that you have to invite the entire class to your bar mitzvah. So apparently there are actually some places that do have this, that you can't exclude just a couple of kids from a party. If you invite a few, there's some policies that you do have to invite them all, and apparently they ran into one.
Dear KVJ, Jaybird doesn't have kids. He shouldn't give an opinion. Well, you know what? I still think it's stupid.
Wow. And yeah, someone else is saying, I'm a teacher. Our school rule is you have to invite all students in the class if you actually pass out invitations in person.
Okay, again, let's not pass these out in person.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think they really knew the rule, and it probably should have been more front and center because they did, and then they were called on it and said, well, sorry, you handed these out in our class, so you're inviting everybody now. And they're like, we can't accommodate everybody. Like, sorry.
Look, I don't want people to get it twisted. I don't want little kids to feel bad, but I don't think it's right to tell a parent they have to you have to invite everybody or it's nothing. I just don't agree with that. That's not how life really works.
Especially because they were saying specifically, but some of the kids in the class were mean to the birthday boy, and the birthday boy would be traumatized if the mean kids showed up at his house on his birthday.
There was plenty of parties I wasn't invited to.
That's life.
With invitations right in front of me. Oh, I would like to go to Matthew's party because Matthew was cool. I wasn't invited.
Yeah.
Such is life.
You're not still holding on to it or anything.
No, damn it, Matthew.
Yeah, it's a very common classroom rule. I'm seeing this over and over again. So this is probably a good heads up if you've got a young kid like they did, that if you send your kid in there proudly with his invitations, start handing them out, he better have one for every single kid in the class.
So are people annoyed with this, or am I just a Grinch? I can't figure this out because now I feel like, Jaybird hates all the kids. And that's not the case. I just don't think it's cool.
There is probably about 30 texts of people saying this is very common. It's the same policy in our school.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments. Jaybird hates children.
Are you kidding? Bird's a monster.
Jaybird is an animal, a childless.
I'm not even trying to be controversial over here. I just
childless Grinch.
Can't believe it.
Somebody said this whole conversation is ticking me off because parents are notified at the beginning of the school year of all the policies. Don't bleeping hand out invitations in class if you don't want to invite everybody.
Okay, I get all that. I agree. If you're thumbing your nose in, hey, you're going to the party and you're not, I get why you wouldn't want that. Just do it out. Is everyone annoying in this?
National Teacher Day, and Jaybird saying he hates all teachers. Way to go. Way to go. Way to celebrate.
He hates the teachers and the students.
Yeah. Boy, that's just really turned south on National Teacher Day.
And no women are allowed at his party on Saturday.
How do we go from loving teachers to hating teachers in a matter of 30 minutes?
You're right. I have to really turn the corner.
Wow, really
10
turn
minutes.
the corner here.
Hashtag bird so cold.
Look at where we are now. Good heavens.
I guess I'm an insensitive
Dude,
jerk.
that ponytail has made you cold.
Man, what has happened here?
I guess
Crazy.
am I off here? I don't feel off.
You grew out your hair and turned into a bad guy.
Yeah, I did. All right, any other comments? 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. You can always get a hold of us. And if you got an email for Am I the Jerk, just simply send it to us, mail@kvjshow.com. Just can't believe how many comments we got about the inclusion rule at schools when it comes to party invitations. One dad who got into it with his kid's teacher. Kid's 6, and they didn't invite everybody. And the teacher's like, no, my friend, if you're going to invite one, you invite them all, and that's 21 kids. Got a message here from Becca on the WRMF app. She said it all comes down to the passing out of the invitation. The non-exclusion rule has been etiquette for over a decade now in schools. So typically what you need to do if you're going to only invite a few, you need to hit the moms up on WhatsApp if you only want certain kids. So that's the way to do it, because the second you hand out a paper invitation in a classroom, you know every kid needs to get one now. So
because that's how life works, Kevin.
Yeah, so an interesting thing to learn. And Nicole said, I will never do the invite all the kids again. Last year, I made that mistake. Just to be nice, I ended up hosting over 50 people at a water park.
What?
We had to buy extra space and extra tables for another $400. Some of the people didn't even participate in the birthday festivities. They just got a free ticket to the water park and then bounced and did their own thing.
Oh.
The whole entire setup ended up costing over $1,000 because so many people showed up. This year, I only invited her closest friends, and I feel no remorse and no guilt. Life is about how you handle the ups and downs, and kids need to learn that fast because you will not be invited to everything in the future.
I mean, I agree with that. Look, I don't want little kids to feel bad. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Damn, 50 people at the water park?
That is not cheap.
That is life-changingly expensive.
That is
that
crazy.
Just shows you can never have a party at a water park.
Never.
If you're going to invite... Just don't invite kids in the school day.
I don't even have the budget to invite everybody that lives in my house.
Man,
the water park is
Crazy,
expensive.
right?
I'm just saying, dog, school system's got a little soft. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I don't know.
That's crazy. Dang.
know.
Never knew that was a thing, but apparently it is in a lot of places.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, they had that big Met Gala last night, and it sounds like the Kardashians were all out in full force celebrating their court win over Blac Chyna. They're not going to have to pay her anything in that whole case. Kim Kardashian bought Marilyn Monroe's iconic Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress and wore it to the Met Gala last night. Kendall Jenner bleached her eyebrows, so that's kind of weird. She had like no eyebrows.
And did you see, Kevin? She also went to the gala. She had a backwards baseball cap on, and Twitter exploded.
Oh, they did, huh? Yeah, with that Marilyn Monroe dress, Kim Kardashian, I guess, just wore it up the red carpet and up the stairs, and then when she got up there, she changed into another replica dress.
Oh.
Because she didn't want to damage that valuable dress.
Interesting.
Yeah, that she had borrowed there from Ripley's.
You know who that Cara Delevingne girl is?
I do.
She came topless. She just body painted herself gold with some nipple covers. Like, whoa, girl.
All right.
Hey now, look at you. So lots of fashionable looks. They're going to be everywhere today. If you look up on like Daily Mail and TMZ, they've got all kinds of picture profiles where you can go see what everybody wore last night. And finally here, Jimmy Kimmel is not going to be working this week. He just tested positive for COVID. And even though he's vaccinated and boosted, he said he feels fine, but he's going to take the week off. And Mike Birbiglia is going to fill in tonight as a guest host. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of Do It, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
Okay, we got a couple new things going on here today. This is going to be pretty fascinating to watch. We've got a new punishment with a new tool with something that I had seen here, and a new way to do it, too, to make this thing a little bit more exciting. Somebody had the idea the other day on the podcast that is there a way Kevin can partake in the punishments? And I said, yeah, this might be kind of fun. They had a great idea that I pick the team I think is going to win, and if I'm wrong with who I pick, then if it's not a punishment that will take me away from hosting duties, like the one time that I snorted the cayenne pepper and almost wound up in the hospital, and yeah, that was a tough round. So
Turns out you should not snort straight cayenne pepper.
We stay away from pepper now.
Yeah, so if it were something along those lines, I would exempt myself for that. But this is something that is terrible, but I believe something I can partake in today. I saw this interesting little accoutrement that you can get if you're a camper. It is called a camping straw. You ever heard of these, Virginia?
No. What's a camping? I don't really camp.
Yeah.
To me, camping is like the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, I didn't figure you would know too much about it. And I don't know much about it. Denny's been looking at the instructions on this.
I'd never heard of a camping straw, Virginia, and I'm a camper.
You do camp.
I love camping.
Yeah, and I would imagine this is for your most hardcore of campers, because most of the time when you go camping, you'll take things with you, especially water, but maybe there might be a situation if you're doing extreme camping where you are removed from a creek or a body of water and there's no moisture around, and you've got to drink. So what do you do if you're not near a water source or a bottle of water and you need hydration? Well, did you know that you can actually drink your own urine?
Kevin.
And the camping straw will filter out all the toxins from your urine so that you can drink it just like it's bottled water.
Y'all have lost your damn minds. What the hell? Really? We're drinking pee?
We are drinking purified pee, Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, when you think about it, when you got a water treatment plant, that's the same thing you're doing. I mean, you flush the toilet, it goes to the water treatment plant. And so when you drink any kind of water, I mean, Virginia, you're really just drinking recycled pee.
I know, but their systems seem a little bit more, I don't know, sanitary than some stupid plastic thing you bought off the internet.
Just don't lose. Be better than your opponent.
So are we all going to pee in it and we're going to just drink community pee?
That's a great question, Kevin.
No, it's your own.
Who's peeing?
It's your own. Well, we got standards here, Virginia.
We only do have one tube, though, so we are going to have to wash her out.
Yeah. We'll have to be sanitized for the other one.
So I've seen different kinds of these. This one's a little bit more intimate because as far as I could tell from looking at the videos, you just put it in the urine and then use it as a straw and it filters it as you pull it through.
Oh, my.
So it's not even as advanced as some of the other ones I've seen.
I go first. If I lose, I'm first.
Yeah, I think that's we'll draw straws on the team then. So there'll be one ultimate loser on the losing team.
You guys have lost your mind.
Look, dog, you know how this goes.
I mean,
I got to push it to the limit.
People can do this all the time.
Yeah. You love camping. You went to me. You're the one that helped me get that.
I just said I don't do camping.
Oh. You got a camper spirit, though. I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to camp my foot in your bottom.
This is one of those ones where you just can't lose. You have to play.
Well, somebody's going to lose.
I know.
Somebody is going to lose. Yeah.
Somebody is definitely going to lose.
Ralston's got to pick the right team, too, because he'll be drinking, too.
I could, yeah. I could be a part of this.
Why are we so stupid?
You're in, though, right? Blood in, blood out? Or should I say pee in, pee out?
Pee in, pee out. I forget who I'm dealing with. You guys have actually already peed in your mouth.
We peed in our face. Kevin accidentally peed in his mouth. That's a story for a different time.
You were only supposed to pee in your face when Kevin opened his mouth and started laughing.
I couldn't believe it.
What I can't believe is that was one of the first things we did at RMF. We weren't here even a year. We were doing that stunt.
Yeah. Welcome to the new show, guys.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
We've never shown that video, by the way, to anybody.
No.
We still have it on,
canceled.
ready to go. It
Yeah.
can go live at any minute, Virginia.
We'll show it. It'll get shown at an event somewhere. I don't think that thing belongs on the internet.
It doesn't. Even for the internet, it's truly shocking.
We show it privately and privately only.
So what are we doing for teams here today?
Virginia is drawing.
Okay, Virginia.
Oh, you pick your own
Your
fate.
fate is right there in your hands.
I kind of want me and you to do it together.
Okay.
You want to drink the pee.
No, I don't.
You told me during commercial, you might not hate what the punishment is.
Well, I was trying to make you feel better. You were really kind of unraveling during. You were unraveling.
You don't make me feel better by lying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie. Maybe you're hardcore. Maybe you didn't think it was gonna be bad.
All right, I picked my partner.
Mm-hmm.
It's Suits.
Oh, sweet! Oh, this is great. Denny's.
Are you guessing, gambling?
Virginia and Suits. And it is
Whichever one you don't want to do.
Jaybird and Denny's.
Whichever one you're better at, I would just.
Okay, this makes for a tougher choice too. Who the winner is going to be?
Oh, dirty hippies, Miho and Miho versus the witch.
It's gonna be Piho and Piho.
Piho and Piho.
Okay, now we got to get our act together.
I thought it'd be fun to be Virginia's teammate, but now she's our opponent, Denny's. This is gonna be fun.
Okay. So who are the gamblers here today on both teams?
Suits, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How
you
do
want
you
to gamble, V, or you want me to gamble?
I'll gamble.
Okay. Virginia's going to be.
I'm still recovering from Jazz Fest.
Jaybird and Denny's. Who's the gambler?
I think I will gamble for the team. So Bird will be guessing. Is that how you want to roll?
I guess. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, and my choice. I'm going to go with Jaybird and Denny's.
Oh man, this is too much.
Oh, it is too much.
My hands are so clammy.
Everything
right
in on their team.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Everything in on their team.
All or nothing. I like it. I like
All
it.
or nothing.
Oh, yes.
All or nothing.
Virginia looks shook.
I just can't believe we've come to this.
Yes. Oh, and she's not wearing her witch's black dress.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm wearing a beachy number.
Oh my goodness.
This is actually a dress that has SPF built into it. So when you go in the sun, you can't get burnt.
Oh.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, are you guys all ready to do this? Best out of 5 here.
Yes.
Do it, bitch. The losers are
Let's do our best.
are using the camping straw here.
Oh my.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think best method is to all pee in the same cup and then you guys just drink. Whoever has to drink from it.
No, there's no. We never agreed that we're drinking other people's.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I just feel like after it's been filtered, there's no way around it.
Denny's wants to drink your pee.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm just saying.
This is such.
I'm just trying to think of the best method here.
Denny's.
What a weird ride we're on right now.
That was a weird ride.
It's a terrible
I feel like
thing.
I'm in a bad dream.
But I think it's the right thing for the show, but terrible for our personal life. I don't know.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, the first round. We're going to be starting with Virginia and Suits. The first topic, video game characters. Virginia, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Oh no.
Video game characters.
Video game characters. I think Suits could name 4.
4. Denny's, how many can Jaybird name?
I think Bird could name 5.
Okay. Virginia?
Suits can go 6.
Okay. Denny's?
Man, I know Suits plays games.
With your heart.
He plays games with everyone's heart. Oh, 6. I think he could get that. I think Bird could do 7.
Okay, Bird is at 7. We're at 7 right now. Virginia, do you want to push it? Or do you want to call it?
I want to push it. I want to push it real good.
You going to 8?
I'm going to 8.
Okay.
Suits can do 8. He's a gamer. He's young. He's in that demo. They play all kind of games.
You're at 8 and 10
You
seconds.
probably got 8
I say
characters in
do
one
it.
game.
8 and 10 seconds.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
All right, Suits, here we go. 8
Suits,
and 10
you
seconds.
got this, Suits.
Your time begins now.
Mario, Luigi, Wario, you got Waluigi, you got Donkey Kong, you got Yoshi, you got Boo, you've got Tails, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman, you've got Snake.
Yeah, I mean, that counts. Those are all characters.
Got it. First point. Goes to Virginia and Suits in a best of 5.
So sketchy.
For once, being a gamer has paid off.
Yeah, I know. He plays tons of games. He knows all those characters.
Okay.
I'm going straight old school.
He did Sonic and Mario.
Okay, next up, it goes over to Jaybird and Denny's. You're trailing 1 to nothing. Best of 5. Next subject is types of beans. Okay.
Types of beans.
How many types of beans can Jaybird name in 10 seconds, Denny's?
I think Bird could do 6 types of beans in 10 seconds.
6 types of beans. Virginia, what do you think about with Suits?
He is not a man of culinary diversity.
Nope.
But everybody knows beans. But does Suits know 7 beans?
You could take it 8 if you want. What do you think?
Suits can name 7 beans.
Denny's?
I say do it.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. 7 in 10 seconds. Suits, your time begins now.
Green beans, black beans. You got pinto. You've got jelly, brown beans. I've got nothing. That's all I know.
Oh, it's tough though, beans. There are so many, but it's also hard.
That was tough. It's tied 1 apiece.
7 beans is a lot of beans.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of beans.
I would have said magic beans.
I was tapping out at 5.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's a lot of beans. It's tied 1 apiece. Oh, Denny's.
It's also awful.
Oh,
Everything's awful.
There's so much writing on this.
Oh, I want it bad, Denny's. I want her to lose so bad.
Why didn't I call in sick today?
Oh. Okay, next up. Back to Virginia and Suits here. Do it, bitch. Camping straw, drinking your own pee on the line. All right, we're talking about islands. Virginia, how many islands can Suits name in 10 seconds?
All right. Suits is a man of the cruise. He knows islands. He's been to islands.
Yep.
He definitely can name 6 islands.
6 islands.
Yeah.
Denny's, a little gamemanship here. What do you think? She takes it to 6.
I bet you Suits could do 6 islands. I'll say Bird could do 7.
Can do 7. All right, Virginia. Where are we going here?
I think Suits can do 8.
Okay, we're at 8.
Suits has been to so many islands. He can do 8 islands.
He just has to name our itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Suits.
This is. Oh, gosh. I mean, just because we have to, I'd say Bird can do 9.
Okay. Virginia?
I want to see that go to 10.
All right, do it, bitch.
I just know he knows 9
Dude,
islands.
9 islands, 10 seconds. Bird, your time begins now.
Gilligan's Island, Singer Island, Black Island, Red Island, the Bahamas, the Caribbeans, the Doss Island, Frank Island. Oh.
Yes.
I know Suits could name 20 islands.
Suits could probably name 20 and 10.
I had so many loaded, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you're a beast, Suits.
Oh,
Definitely
God.
favored them. Okay, that puts them up and 1 away from
Snack
getting
foods.
the win.
Snack foods, next category, please.
Snack food.
Types of Bigfoot, please.
Billy Joel B-sides.
drivers.
Billy Joel B-sides.
The next category, the next category is pizza toppings.
Oh, thank you. Yes. That's what we're talking about.
Pizza toppings is the next category here. Denny's, how
Is
many
the
can...
rig in?
Maybe, maybe not.
I confidently think Bird can get at least 8 pizza toppings.
Pizza toppings in 10 seconds. All right, what do you think, Virginia?
I think Suits can get 9.
9. Denny's.
I really do think Bird could get 10.
Wow.
This is 1 a second.
10 and 10. Okay. Virginia, what do you
All
think
right.
about?
Do it, bitch.
I mean, you have to.
10 pizza toppings
I'm too close
in
to it.
10 seconds.
I'm too close to it.
Your time
swear to
begins
pizza.
now.
Pepperoni, sausage, pineapple, peppers, onions, bacon, fish, shrimp, octopus, vegetables, bananas, the beans. No, I just can't. I just don't have it. It's too much. 10, Denny's, 10.
I don't know about these last 3.
10.
We can't take vegetables.
How many was there?
I got
Bananas.
I think
7
Bananas.
to 4 bananas.
Nobody
mine-
does bananas.
in my initial take, I think you got 9. I think you fell 1 short. All right, we will review
No,
again real quick.
if I
don't
didn't
know
get
if
any-
I don't know if octopus, bananas.
Vegetables. You can't say vegetables.
Why? People get vegetables in their pizza all the time.
But then
Look,
onion,
th-
green
we're-
pepper, those are vegetables.
We're
aren't they?
arguing. I didn't get it, guys.
I heard.
I think I only got 9.
Yeah.
I don't think we got it, dog.
Okay.
I don't think
we got it. I think that Virginia and Suits are going to win, and I think it's all over. But we will go and do a quick review, and we will find out for sure. Is it going to be Team Jaybird, Denny's, and me drinking the pee, or is it going to be Virginia and Suits? Or at least going to a final tiebreaker. We'll review the tape. We'll be back with another round of Do It, Bitch. All right, we have a grueling round of Do It, Bitch going on here today. Saw this thing that you can use if you're doing extreme camping. It is a camping straw that will allow you to filter your urine so that you can drink it. Now, there's nothing wrong with drinking your own urine except for the fact that it's extremely gross, but I guess it's supposed to be nice and filtered. And I mean, I guess we do it typically anyway. Water that you're drinking, it's one time or another likely had some kind of human waste in it. So it's just something that we always done, but now we got to rely on the camping straw to do it. We'd had the team set up. It was Virginia and Suits versus Jaybird and Denny's, and it came down to pizza toppings, with Jaybird having to name 10 in 10 seconds. And after reviewing the tape, looks like he got 9.
Yeah, so we definitely are the losers, but I do want to clear a few things up.
Okay.
You can get banana on pizza. I get it all the time.
Dessert pizza.
There's a Nutella
Yeah.
pizza. It's a dessert pizza. You get banana on it.
Yeah.
There is an octopus. You can get octopus on pizza.
Yeah.
At fancy places like that. I've just seen a lot of the comments. You can't get octopus on a pizza.
Yeah, you could.
You can't get bananas on a pizza.
The problem was with vegetables, and you'd already previously named 2 different vegetables that did count. So to throw in the blanket of vegetables on a pizza is where we considered that to be the foul, and that's what put you at 9 rather than 10.
And Kevin clearly rigged it because Kevin wants to drink his own pee.
Yeah.
What? I'm not sure I get that.
But people are noting Virginia is out of another really gruesome punishment here. She just has that luck.
I know. It sucks.
Somehow.
I'm sorry, y'all. I blew it. I should have got 10 pizzas.
Good luck trying to bring down a witch.
Okay, now we're going in the order here between our losers. Virginia doesn't need one. She didn't lose. Yeah, Denny's is a little rattled over here.
If you want, you can kind of turn off her microphone. She doesn't need to be a part of this.
Oh, she's going to thoroughly enjoy this, I'm sure. Okay, Jaybird is drawing his card. We're going to see what order we get to go in here.
And what are we're drawing for what
the
now,
camping straw.
Karen?
The highest card, we get to go first, and then the lowest card goes last. Okay, what everybody draw? I got a jack.
Of course you did. Of course he did. Maybe he is rigging this.
Face card. Face card Ralston.
Bird.
It's a jack.
We'll let you go last. Denny's, what did you draw for your card?
I got a 7.
You knew Bird got a 2.
I don't know that.
There we go.
Oh! We got a 2.
I get why people think it's rigged. I get why they do, though. I get it. I totally get why they think it.
Witchy powers work.
Oh, my gosh. I can't say I'm excited. I mean, I'm still getting ready to drink my own urine here.
At least you get to go first.
At least I get to go first. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, Kevin has to... How are we going to do this?
What are you going to do?
How do we do this, man?
Put it on them. Suits, get the camera off of me.
Gotcha.
And then you just, how does this thing work? Let's see. The camping straw, you take the cap off.
Yeah.
And
Take the bottom cap off as well.
Okay, take the bottom cap off, top cap off, and then you just, like it's a straw, just straight out drink it.
After you fill that cup up with a little bit of urine, you just insert that straw in, and then you pull through the straw.
Good Lord.
This doesn't seem right. Are we sure we read the directions?
I did.
That's it, just
they
like
make
that?
They make bigger versions of this.
All this is a plastic tube.
I think we're going to need a bigger straw.
See?
Oh, my gosh.
You went on the internet thinking you were going to make me drink my pee, and what happened? It bit you in the peen.
No, we were just trying to come up with not lame punishments.
This is not lame.
Because they make larger ones where you pee into, and then it filtrates through, kind of trickles down into another container.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So what do we do?
All right. Give me a second without a camera, or at least make sure you keep it on my face. Okay, Suits has got me there. Okay. Oh, good heavens.
Are we able to pee on the air?
You might need to do this during
We might have to do
commercial.
this on commercial break.
Yeah.
Okay, play a song and come back and do it.
Well, you can do it during a song.
Yeah, we could all go fill our cups during a song.
Totally.
And then we just pass the straw
cross
around.
streams.
Well, we can't. Here's the thing: we can't do it on the air, but we also can't leave the studio. We have to show the people that we're not.
Okay.
We're not doing any funny business here. We have to pay it off.
I trust you.
I know you trust but we can't leave the studio. If that, it's gonna look
That's
like
fine. Yeah, we could do it during a song real quick.
You see what I'm saying? People are gonna say, "Oh, you guys left. It's not really peeing there."
Okay.
If we're gonna do, we gotta do it right.
Okay. All right. So that's how it will be done then. The camping straw. You can see it right there. I pray that the reviews are good on this. I don't know.
They were mixed. And not only that, somebody pointed. I mean, I can wait till we're done. But I also read somewhere that they said that if there's any manufacturer defects, let them know because there's been a rate of manufacturer defects.
I mean, the only thing I got going
I
for
couldn't
me
believe when I read that.
is at least
faulty filter.
at least I know y'all.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So it's not even a really good tool?
No.
It got mixed reviews.
You gotta be kidding me.
Everything in life gets mixed reviews. Don't read the comments, baby.
That's true.
Good Lord. Well, it's gonna be a first, right?
Yeah.
Don't think we've ever done this. We're about to do a first here. This has never been done. We even had a story in the Whacked Out News this last week about this guy that talks about all the benefits of drinking your own urine. You can do it. So, okay, it's not going to hurt you. It's completely gross. But there's this thing called the Life Straw, and it is a lightweight, easy to use, and simple for a low price, it says. And it filters out the particulars like pathogens and bacteria from your urine. If you're out camping, this will allow you to be able to drink your own urine. And apparently a lot of campers take it with them. It's a water filter straw, but I was asking Denny's about the reviews. You're saying that they weren't exactly great.
No, they weren't.
So
a couple
wait.
people had to return them for some sort of defects. So I don't know if that was the early installment of this device, and then maybe they fixed it through the years. But
okay,
it sat about a 50% on the ratings.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like you should always spend top dollar for something like this.
Don't use inferior materials.
Don't use inferior materials. Perfectly said.
So to make sure that people don't accuse me of rigging again, they think that I actually rigged this so I would lose and have to drink my own pee.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know, but that's just where the audience is right now in their headspace. So we didn't leave the studio to fill our cups. And in a case of true irony, I'm not lying. This morning I had asparagus for breakfast. So that was not a great thought, Kev.
Question.
So that's where I am.
We're allowed to rinse this thing out, right, after each round.
Oh yeah. That's why we chose that. So we'll be able to do that. So I'm the one who's the guinea pig. I'm gonna try this thing out first.
Oh my god!
You don't have to finish like your cup. We did fill them, but you just have to do a drink of it to try it out, like you are a test subject for the camping straw.
Yeah, I'm usually a chugger. On this one, I'm gonna just choose to sip.
Good choice.
Don't chug.
It's a good choice. Okay, I am the first to try it. Boy, this thing is warm.
Hey, good news. KVJ chat room is just going off. A lot of people watching.
They can't believe the insanity.
Good Lord, I had a lot of asparagus. So let me just tell you, that thing is... whew.
She's pungent.
Thank goodness we know each other. This could be worse.
Gosh, I don't know. Okay. All right. Just, Kevin, you're just drinking a Diet Mountain Dew here, big dog.
You can just tell yourself that?
This is not a deal at all.
Maybe do like warm tea.
Even in
warm tea.
Even in fantasy, he's doing diet.
You just pretend like it's warm tea.
And if you did want to know, can you do that?
I mean, are we allowed to? I don't know. I just don't know the
rules.
rules.
Yeah, you can show that.
All right.
Took a multivitamin this morning.
I did.
I did too.
I took like 10.
My urine can
I have
be darker.
asparagus.
Oh,
good.
I mean, I did everything gross you could do to your urine. This thing, but it's only got 50% approval.
It's not high.
Fabrication flaws. I love it.
It was particularly on this
You bought the
brand.
cheapest
Oh
one.
my gosh, we didn't do this right. Okay, here
All
it
right.
goes. Here it
gosh.
goes.
Sip it up, Buttercup.
And we don't have to quench our thirst. We just gotta sip it,
We
right?
don't have to quench it. Was it awful, Kevin? Did it taste like water?
Denny, don't spill it.
You left it on the ground.
Denny.
Oh my god.
How you doing?
Tastes a little bit like chicken broth.
Oh, okay.
I can't do this.
Chicken broth's not bad.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't make it taste better. It just filters out the bad stuff.
Okay.
So it's probably going to be pretty gnarly.
I mean, chicken broth's good.
I don't know, Virginia.
I didn't enjoy it. I can't imagine. Honestly, I think camping is one of the worst things to do in the world.
I rinsed it out with water.
I couldn't even imagine, like, why that would add to the joy of it. Like, people would seriously do this.
Did you wash it out?
You can only wash it out, so it's full of absorbent material in it. That's how it filters. So I mean, it's soaked with Kevin's urine now. There's no way around it.
It's got a cotton filter.
I tried to throw water through it, but it only does so much.
Put your cup down, dude. I can't look at
Yo,
it.
my urine's so dark because I had a multivitamin this morning, not knowing we were gonna be drinking our own urine.
Oh, jeez. It's terrible.
Gosh, bottoms up, right?
Oh, this is terrible.
Bottoms up,
I got just a little taste. It's enough. There you go, Denny's. How's the camping straw work?
Wow, that is horrific. It is so salty. It's horrific.
Wow.
I
can't believe this.
I can't believe it. And what sucks that I have to do my own TikTok video of me drinking beer.
Denny's is free now. He's just.
All right, Denny's.
You're up next. Now that the filter is real soaked.
You got it.
It's so soaked.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you able to get some of your own, Jaybird? If not, you could choose between asparagus or multivitamin.
We can mix it.
We got our own brands over here.
Wow, that's rough.
I'm doing everything in my power just to get it.
Are your hands shaking?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Unbelievable.
I'll film you, Bird.
Okay. All right.
way?
Boy, I told you this is not going to be great.
Well, the aftertaste.
I threw a lot of water in there.
Okay. All right, Bird. You're the last to do it here. Try the camping straw. Got a little bit of your own urine there. This is what people do when they camp, I guess. Okay. Give it a shot, my man. All right. And okay. What do you think? What do you think there? You got some sour-looking lips.
I'm trying. It didn't go all the way through.
He's going back for a second.
No, it didn't hit.
Tastes like Mountain Dew, Virginia.
Tastes like more.
He actually enjoys it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right, Bird. What do you think about that?
It's nothing short of awful. Oh god.
Describe it, if you could. Denny said very salty. I'd say it's kind of like watered down chicken broth.
Yeah, it's got a mild salt to it. It's pee, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's like
It's what it is.
Smack of ammonia.
And people do this a lot when they're camping, or this is rare?
I think this would save your life.
You keep it in your
Okay.
bag in case of an emergency. 'cause
How
you could get-
desperate would you have to be?
I would have to
camping?
be so desperate.
I can't even tell you what my thirst level would have to be before I would actually willingly use this thing.
I'd put it in a lake and drink from that, from the lake. Would be preferable,
Could we
right?
filter a lake out instead?
I'd rather do that than this.
Seems like it would make more sense, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I'm not a man of the woods.
I thought we all kind of grew a little closer together.
Well, you know what? There's 3 people here in the studio can check off one box, the other 2 can't.
And we're the same 3 that peed in our own faces. Is there just a bond we don't know about?
Well, we're brothers.
You guys, this is your destiny.
We'll always have this.
6 years from now, we're going to do another peeing event.
And it's going to be us 3 again.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Oh, man, oh, man. All right.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, if you missed the show up until now, I just drank my own pee. So did Denny, so did Bird. Yeah.
Well, I actually drank all of your pee.
Yeah,
so-
that's right.
In your face. Honestly, the worst part of that whole thing was Virginia calling, oh, he's going to get a 2. And then I drew a 2.
Yeah, that was pretty unreal.
Real witch powers. Y'all think I'm lying. I work with a witch.
Yeah, that was pretty unreal.
That was unreal.
Yeah, the whole thing was just kind of amazing to watch.
I mean, we're better men for it, Kevin.
Now look how close you are. You're bonded.
We do have a bond, yes. Wow.
No one knows what it tastes like but you.
I want to you, seriously, go pound tar. You need to zip it.
Well, the camping straw is apparently for emergencies when you do need a beverage and there's nothing around. But there are other ways you can have a pee emergency, and this happened at Disney. There was a bunch of people that got stuck on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. It broke down, and this woman had to go really badly.
Uh-oh.
Now, what would you do, Virginia? Would you just, if you're on a ride and you're stuck, would you just go in your pants?
How long were they stuck for?
It doesn't say in the story how long they were up there. But what we do know is there was a woman that was up there, and apparently she already was like driving people crazy, and she had to go to the bathroom. So instead of going in her pants or something like that, she just took her pants down, hung her butt off the side of the boat, and peed in the water.
I mean, I have such stage fright. That would be very difficult to do.
I mean, I think she is a role model.
What?
Was she with her family? Like, was she drunk?
At that point,
I need to know more of the story.
Does it even matter at that point? I mean, you've got other families around you.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. I'm just like, wow, yeah, how did this even get to that point?
If they were stuck for a long time, well, then, yeah, I guess you gotta go. You gotta go.
And thank God it was only number 1.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, so some crazy stuff, and there were apparently a lot of people that are kind of looking on to see what exactly was going on.
Yeah, because it's like
And then this lady back here peed in the water. In the water. Cheeks out, everything. I'm sorry. Pulled her pants down in the water. In the light. The lights are on.
Wow, huh? So everybody's sitting back and just laughing at this lady.
There's a video of this woman. She's got her kids, and I guess she got caught popping a squat and peeing at Disneyland, and they saw her, and she goes back to her table, and they tell her she has to leave. You can't, you obviously can't drop trout and pee at Disneyland. And she was so offended and tried to turn it around on the park manager that she was the victim. Like, lady, you just peed where everyone could see you, and she's trying to turn it around.
That's odd.
It's odd. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, very interesting story. So, I don't know what you do if you're in that situation.
Okay, they were only stuck 15 minutes.
That's not that long.
That's not that long.
No.
If it's over an hour, okay, maybe I can say that, it's justified. Maybe you have a weak bladder. But 15 minutes, anybody can hold it for 15 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like enough time. Yeah. Well, other stories, there's a video that's going viral online. Did you see the guy in Texas that was trying to drive with long planks of wood extending out both sides of his car through the windows?
Oh, my.
The beams hit on one side like a sign, and the car kind of then veers, and they're dodging a lot of traffic. It's on site. Like people line up for an exit ramp.
Yeah.
And so when he hits the sign on the left side of the car, it kind of pushes the car to the right, and then the planks of wood start hitting cars that are in that long line, and the guy's just barreling, just keeps on driving. I don't know what the context is. I don't know if it's a new video or old video, but it's going viral right now. I saw it yesterday. I'm like, there's got to be more to this story. It's crazy stuff if you've seen it online. I don't know what the issue is with it, but first of all, how do you think you're going to drive? The planks were hanging out of either side of the car by probably 4 or 5 feet on each side.
Gosh.
Like, why did you even think you could get anywhere with that? Another amazing car story. We had the Barrett-Jackson auction just a couple weeks ago in early April.
Yes.
Somebody bought a Ford GT. It's a very fancy Ford car, very fast. $704,000 they paid for it.
Whoa.
And this 50-year-old got it and didn't know how to drive a stick shift, which is what it was. So as he's trying to shift his car in Boca, he winds up plowing into a palm tree and basically destroying the vehicle.
Oh, no.
It was pretty messed up.
And he just bought it.
Just bought it at the Barrett-Jackson auction, $704,000 early April, and it's toast.
Dummy.
Yeah, he wanted to let people know he's only going 35 miles an hour, so apparently a Ford GT doesn't hold together because it looked pretty mauled to me. Well, a 35-year-old Adam Smith got arrested for FaceTiming random people with his junk out. This happened in Sarasota. Apparently, the guy would start pleasuring himself, too, when they picked up. And one person who realized what he was doing was able to take a screenshot of this dude before he hung up, and they could see his tattoos, and they identify him by that.
To me, it's a sex crime. It's just like somebody doing it to you on the bus. You can't do that stuff just because it's on FaceTime.
Yeah, well, it is. He's now facing felony charges for indecent exposure and obscene communication.
Good.
Wow.
And
what
he
a
also,
moron.
Oh, yeah, and this is his MO. He's done this before. He also got busted for indecent exposure a few years ago after he pulled up next to a woman in his car and exposed himself.
It's so crazy how most of these dudes, you look into their past and they got priors for the same thing. They get in trouble, go to prison, and still go out there and do it.
You got to lock him back up. 10 years.
Yeah. He's a menace.
He's a multiple victim offender.
Mm-hmm.
And they get off on the whole people being horrified by it. That's what gets them off.
Yeah. Think this might be a problem in the workplace? There's a video out of Trenton, New Jersey that's showing a health officer in nothing but her bra and underwear getting a massage in a conference room in front of other employees.
That's a problem at work?
Whoa. What's going on here?
Hey, they're a little loose in his office.
All
Yeah,
right.
there is an investigation with the prosecutor's office trying to figure out what the heck was going on here.
Oh, my God.
Yes. There's a bartender got arrested after punching a customer who allegedly reached for a bucket of beer that they thought was their order at the El Cubano restaurant in Immokalee. The bartender put down the bucket of beer and somebody's like, thanks. He's like, that's not yours. Kaboom.
Wow.
Clocks the guy right in the face. Yeah, cut the victim under the eye. And now Bibiano Lopez Sanchez is facing a charge for battery. Good heavens, huh? Can you imagine that? You think it's your beer and you get socked in the face?
You weren't expecting that one from the bartender.
No, I would hope not. There's a 70-year-old man in Washington that thought he saw a guy stealing from a grocery store on Saturday, so he confronted him and shot at him.
Oh, my gosh.
The victim is fine, thankfully, and he did not actually steal from the store.
What the hell?
They're like, all right, Wyatt Earp, why don't you stop patrolling our streets? We're fine. So, there you go. And another little piece of science news here for you. They've explained now why your flatulence actually smells worse in the shower. There are 3 reasons. One,
steam attaches to the poo particles.
well, the steam from the shower will make your nostrils more sensitive.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one. The shower is enclosed, so that will trap in. And then 2, you're naked, so your clothes don't filter.
Wow. But I also agree with Virginia, too. I just think it's worse in the shower. There's
steam farts are definitely stronger.
The steam can't help.
No. No, you definitely don't want that. Today is National Paranormal Day. No, Jaybird's very excited. All things Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all those kind of things that he does with the Weird and Whatever podcast.
That'll be this week, 6 p.m. on Thursday, KVJ YouTube page.
Very nice. So I assume you would have a pretty strong opinion about this. In random questions, which mythical creatures do you want to exist and why?
I'm not going to throw any kind of alien in there because I don't believe they're mythical. I'm going to go with, obviously Sasquatch or a Bigfoot.
Okay.
But I really do think that it just might be some kind of prehistoric animal that's held on for a long time.
Yeah.
I just think we have to all change our perspective on what we think it is.
Wouldn't you like to get down with a mermaid?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I would definitely sleep with a mermaid, and I would sleep with a hot-ass alien. If an alien came down here and she wanted to explore the human body,
she picked you.
Signed the bird up. I mean, it's for humanity, kid.
What would you rather have be true and proven? Bigfoot or aliens?
Aliens.
Okay. Bigfoot.
It's not even close. I would rather have aliens be what we prove above anything out there.
Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster?
I would want Bigfoot. I think Loch Ness Monster exists, maybe not in the Scottish lake, they say, but prehistoric dinosaurs, especially ones in the water, they can hide in a lot of places, Virginia, we can't get to. So I would say it's more believable that there's a prehistoric
lake
serpent.
lizard.
Yeah, like a serpent of sorts.
Mermaids or werewolves?
Do I want to be real or do I believe?
Do you want?
I want mermaids to be real. Oh, baby. Mermaids, just the whole concept.
They're hot.
The whole concept is awesome. And I don't know if they are hot. I think you want them to be hot.
I think that's their whole thing, though. Aren't they hot and then they kind of reel you in and they eat your face?
They've got fins in the water. They got legs out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
From Slash.
Oh, okay. Okay, next question here. What fictional character do you love but would hate in real life?
I think it would really suck if we had a werewolf problem. If Steve Weagle was on the news going, we've got thunderstorms, also look out, we've got a lot of werewolves coming in. That would be a really, or even dragons. If we have a dragon issue.
Yeah, like a Game of Thrones kind of thing.
If there was 30 dragons that could randomly appear on Earth at any time, they're always flying around, that would horrify. We would live our lives differently.
Dragons could ruin your day.
They could ruin. It could ruin society.
Yeah. Kind of going a different way with this question. What fictional character do you love but would hate in real life? I think Darth Vader would be bad. I love him because he's a great bad guy, but I think if he really exists, what it would be like. I mean, right now, we're having a problem with Putin? Imagine if Putin could just choke people by going like this with his hand.
Right.
And he could throw things around telepathically and was this amazing warrior on top of that. And he's arguably just as evil.
You better hope he's on your side, though.
Who?
Darth Vader. If you want him to come to life, if he...
That's the question's what fictional character do you love but would hate in real life?
He would wreak havoc. I would rather have dragons than Darth Vader.
Okay.
Wouldn't you rather deal with dragons than a Darth Vader?
I don't know. Dragons are so unpredictable.
I think Darth Vader could kill dragons. He could choke them out.
Yeah, I think so too. He would be riding a dragon.
They're fire breathing. They like swoop down. I'm pretty freaked out by dragons.
I like how you went characters though. You're going like a movie character, a story character.
Well, that was just it. Yeah, because it's what fictional character do you love but would hate in real life? They may be great in their TV show or in their movie because you're like, oh man, they're just so good. But man, if they were real, they would be just terrible on planet Earth. That's why I think Darth would be one of those people.
He's good, Kev. He's a good answer.
Okay, what's a scarier thought? Dying in space or dying at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, the bottom of the ocean.
Dying in space. We understand the ocean somewhat. Space, dog? Where are you going to go? You can at least maybe hold on to a manatee or something in the ocean.
I think dying in space would be more beautiful than the bottom of the ocean. I think the ocean would be dark and just scary. And the pressure and everything else, I think that'd be absolutely horrific.
You'd be drowning.
Yeah, I mean, in space, we've had astronauts, that are up there, and you can do a space walk. And so it's not like they're, the pressure is that way. It'd be cold and nasty. You'd be like, oh, this sucks. But it would still be like, oh, look, the whole Earth is beautiful.
Floating to my death.
Oh, look at the pretty lights.
I ain't liking that.
Look at the pretty lights.
Kill me in the ocean.
All right.
I don't want to be stuck out in random space with my thoughts going, I'm going to freeze to death.
Aliens might find you, though, and pick you up. They might stuff you and prop you. Maybe they have that, like we have deer heads on our wall. Can you imagine if Jaybird winds up a stuffed
a mounted
human
head?
Yeah.
I hear aliens like to stuff humans. All right.
I know you're ready to volunteer.
Wow.
Depending on how she looks.
Okay.
Agree. She can't be
grotesque
and horrifying and so hideous to the where,
But even if she's like bar hot, I think you would do it.
If she looked like one of those Alien Nation aliens, Google an Alien Nation alien.
All right.
That's the kind I want to get down with.
Okay.
He's already thought about this.
Oh, yeah.
So many times. If you look at my Twitter, I asked that question last night.
This is his life. This is his life. Oh, man, oh, man. All right, here we go. It is a fun little round of how many does Jaybird have? It is National Paranormal Day today. So we'll start off with this item, mermaid towels.
Yeah, who knows me better, the witch or Sweet Denny's?
Okay. I'm going to say the
Your
Jaybird.
P brother over there probably does.
Yes.
You're bonded for life now.
I'm going to say Jaybird has 9 mermaid towels in his place. Virginia, do you think that actual number is more or less than 9?
I think he's got more than 9 mermaid towels in his house.
Okay. Denny's, where are you putting it? More or less?
9. I feel like he would have 9 mermaid towels. I think, yeah, I'd say he's got 9 or more.
Okay, so you're going to go with more. You are both wrong. He has less. He has 7.
7. I feel a little, I don't know, towel mermaid insecure now.
I guess we don't know you as well as we thought.
7 still has a lot of mermaid towels. You really break it. It's more than a half a dozen.
You're right. It's still a lot for a man with no kids.
Okay, what do you think about this? How many real swords does Jaybird have in his house? I'll put the number at 3. Do you think it's more or less, Denny's?
I think it's more.
Okay.
I think he's got more than 3.
What do you think, Virginia?
I mean, I can't believe someone would let him play with the sword because there will be blood.
That's why I love living alone. No rules.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to have as many swords as I want.
That's what he wants.
It's great. Can stay up late and everything.
You're like a 10-year-old with a 40-something-year-old's budget.
Oh, it's great.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Virginia?
I think he's got the number's 3.
Yeah.
More. Let's go
That is-
more.
That is correct. He has 5 real swords in his house.
And they are sweet.
They are sweet.
It's part of my Karate Kid wall. My Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid Cobra Kai wall.
Okay.
They're decorative. Rare cases.
It's more the classier section of the house, Virginia.
I hope you get to kiss a girl this weekend because it's your birthday party.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Are girls invited? No.
Well, you're not invited. You're not invited. The real girls are invited.
How many broken iPhones does Jaybird have in his house? I'll put the number at 6. What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going to go over.
Going to go over 6. Denny's, what do you think?
That's tough because I would think he's about at 6 at the very minimum. You know, just to be different, I'm going to say he has slightly less. I'm going to say he has 5 broken iPhones.
Okay, he has more. He's got 8.
Boom.
Wow.
We're going deep from like 2007, Denny.
Wow. Okay, 8 broken iPhones he has in his house. Okay, how about this? To rebound, Denny's. How many different brands of marinara jars does Jaybird have in his house? I'll put the number at 6.
Currently.
There's got to be a ton.
Currently.
Panda got a hat that says legalize marinara.
That's good.
That's amazing.
I like that.
Italian.
Yeah, come on.
Forget about
Come
it.
on.
He's got to have more.
Okay.
If we're just going on the amount of other sauces he has in there.
What did you set the number at?
6.
Oh, 6. It's right in the middle.
6 different types, brands.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going
Is
to
it
go
more or
more. He's a man of surplus. He's always been extreme.
It is more.
Yeah.
I'm never sauce poor.
9. Okay, Virginia's got 3. Denny's has got 2 here.
Denny's? What the hell?
Who's your mijo now?
Do not let her win, Denny's. No pressure.
Okay. How about this? How many does Jaybird have in his house? Cheap gas station glasses. I'll put the number
40.
at 12.
Yeah, I agree with Denny's. I'm going 40.
It's got to be in the 30s.
No pair costs more than $8. Most were free from some table or tent at a festival.
I love oh crap. I don't have any glasses for this event. Let's go to a gas station and buy some crappy glasses.
Okay, the number is 23. Virginia, what do you think? Is the actual number more or less than 23?
Wow, 23 is a big number.
It's a huge number.
It's bold.
I'm a bold man, though. You know
Yeah, he
this
is.
about me.
I do.
Yep.
I'm going to go over. I am going over. What do you say, P brother?
It has to be over, right? I think there's at least like 4 at my house.
Okay.
I didn't even count those.
Yeah,
things.
that's what I'm saying.
The number is less.
Oh, you tricked us.
16.
But we did not count the 4 at Denny's house, which would make
It'd be
it
a 20.
20.
Yeah. Okay, all right, let's see here. We got Virginia with 3, Denny's with 2, Virginia.
Okay.
There's 2 alone in the station.
Finding classes at the station here. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. I see those things everywhere.
It's got to be more than that.
Just didn't find all of them. Well, I just binged Ozark on Sunday, recovering from Saturday's Sunfest, and I thought it was great. I loved it. I would probably mark it up as the whole thing, and I like when a whole series is complete, because I've recommended them before and they weren't, and then they do a switcheroo and throw in a terrible season there for you. So I apologize when I've done that, but this one I would say it's pretty solid. I definitely recommend watching Ozark. If you like drugs and shows and all that kind of stuff, that's the way to do it.
Money laundering.
Which
is my favorite thing to do on the
absolutely.
weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
I love to launder money.
Yeah. And the one thing that I just kept seeing was so many people talking about how they hated Wendy Bird. And I didn't get it as much, but I think it was kind of a hate in the good way. And in fact, there were some people that were commenting on it. And one person had said, look, I mean, you hated her, but that meant that Laura Linney was doing a fantastic job because, you were really kind of supposed to dislike her character. And I guess that means you're great. And that would probably be tough if you're like the real actor or actress. Be like, gosh, I hate that character. But in a sense, that's just what you're supposed to do.
Well, in Breaking Bad, they had a few characters that they tried to have storylines with, and you watch it, and it wasn't, oh, they're so evil, they're so bad to watch. You just want to turn it off. They were boring.
Yeah, and
annoying.
Yeah, Hank's wife in Breaking Bad, I didn't like, and I didn't feel like she added a lot. Now, the one that, in fact, if you look at where people rank their most despised TV characters of all time, Skylar White, Walter White's wife, ranks up there a lot.
She was kind of annoying.
Yeah, in fact, somebody texted in and said, yeah, there is not a more horrible character than Skylar White from Breaking Bad. I wanted to punch her in the face the whole series. So.
The reason why she was annoying, I felt like she got in the way of the good storylines of stuff. I'm like...
Yeah, right. It was kind of annoying. It was like a speed bump.
Can I just see some drug dealers kill other drug dealers in the desert?
Yeah,
please?
You're whining about your husband and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I got a bloodthirst over here.
Yes.
Why are you putting this hooker in?
Yeah. Now, the one thing that was beautiful about Game of Thrones, even though a lot of people don't like how they wrapped up the whole show, was how many despicable characters they had in there, and maybe one of the best ever if you ever watched that show. Joffrey Baratheon was terrible in that, and you just hated him with a passion.
I loved his character so much, but I don't even think he was as evil as Ramsay.
Ramsay Bolton
was so sinister and next level to the point where you go, how evil is this? Are they making this guy extra evil just to get the evil quota in there?
But before Ramsay, you hated Theon Greyjoy. He was pretty annoying, and then he got sympathetic towards the end. And then the one that originally I hated in that show was Viserys Targaryen, blonde-haired dude that,
yeah,
he doesn't stick around long, but he's there for the beginning, and he's pretty annoying.
But I always pull for the villains a lot of times. I just don't like when they're corny.
Yeah, Cersei Lannister. Great, too. So many great villains in that.
A little crush on Cersei.
Some other shows where they have despicable TV characters that you can't stand, and I would put this in the category of, I don't think she was great. She just really annoyed me. Janice Soprano, his sister in that. Early on, I don't know. I was annoyed with her being on the show.
Okay, so I watched it recently.
Yeah.
And there's a case of someone playing an annoying character and nailing it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't think she was annoying as the act. I think that was the character she was designed to play.
Okay.
And I think she nailed
you defend it.
I do defend it because she played a very annoying sister and nailed it.
What about Screech?
Terrible.
Okay.
Awful. Just so bad.
Okay,
Saved by the Bell. I must have been doing hardcore PCP as a kid to think that was a good show.
That show.
I always defended it.
You just didn't have a lot of options back then. There wasn't a lot of programming to pick from like there is now.
I mean, Screech got picked on a lot, and I kind of get why.
Somebody
in the show,
right?
He kind of did it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't likable.
He wasn't a great person
either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They all didn't like him.
Zach was a terrible person. If you really, I'm not even kidding you. If you really dig deep into Zach Morris's character, terrible person.
Somebody texted in and said, Gemma from Sons of Anarchy. I love to hate her.
She was awesome.
Okay. Love to hate her.
She was great. She was a great bad person.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is interesting. You were a big Seinfeld fan, Virginia. Somebody texted in and said, George Costanza, my least favorite, so annoying.
George Costanza was awesome. He actually arguably made the show the best. Between him, Kramer was awesome and funny too, but I think George was the lead funny for me.
Yeah, and Laura Lindley from Ozark is not annoying. She's just a bad, evil person as far as the character goes.
Yeah.
But she's a badass.
She's good at being bad.
She's
yeah.
awesome as the character. If you take her out of that show's not as good.
No, exactly. You're right. And that's just it. Some of these characters, when you say despise or you don't like them, it's because they didn't help the show along. But there's some people you may wind up hating, but they really did help to ride the show.
I mean, you brought up King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He was such a jerk. But he played such a good jerk.
But the show wouldn't have been the same without him.
Totally.
Yeah. And how about this from Friends, Ross Geller?
I agree.
So people despise Ross. Just thought he was mean, mousy and meal mouth, and I don't know. Just not a big fan of Ross Geller. He's probably the most despised person in the Friends cast.
Wow, Kevin hates Ross.
I'm just saying what people are saying, yeah. That's all the comments.
I mean, the show, period. I don't know. I don't get it, but none of them were that great. Phoebe was the best.
I don't know if there's been a more overhyped show than Friends.
Thank you.
It is.
Somebody finally had the balls to say it.
It still has the hype machine behind it, too.
It does.
And it still does massive.
Yeah. It's really just kind of crazy, but people love it. All right. After the show podcast going to be live at kvjshow.tv coming up in just about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see you there. Grab it anytime you want on demand or listen to it on any podcast app you get, including Spotify and the WRMF app. Before we get there, wrap it all up, your thought for the day.
Inside of a ring or out, Virginia, ain't nothing wrong with going down. It's staying down that's wrong. Damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Say that again?
P.S. You work with dumb coworkers.
Inside of a ring.
It's the ring of life, dog. Just the ring. It's a boxing metaphor.
Like a boxing ring, yeah. Going down.
Or an onion ring, whatever you want.
Oh, onion rings are so good.
Oh, bless your heart.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.